the terrifying moment a Navy exercise nearly takes a deadly turn, to monster waves in the North Sea smashing an oil tanker and a merchant Navy ship caught in a Force 12 storm. Here are 5 ships that were caught in rough seas. Number 5. The North Sea is a marginal sea of the Atlantic Ocean, located between the coasts of Norway and Denmark to the east and British Isles to the west, and Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, and France to the south. The waters of the North Sea are quite irregular as a current from the north and a current from the south converge. As a result, there's a lot of rain and fog throughout the year, and it is plagued by violent storms that make it dangerous to navigate. On February 28th, a chemical tanker was caught in a vast storm crossing the North Atlantic Ocean between America and Europe. The extreme weather lasted for more than 3 days. During this, the crew managed to capture the moment they came face to face with monster waves. The captain of the ship is constantly on alert to avoid being hit by one of these waves from the sides, as the force could be enough to capsize the ship. Still, the beating the sea had on this ship was no joke. You can even hear things flying onto the ground in the background. Luckily, this wasn't their first rodeo. After some more battling, the crew escaped the storm and made it to their destination safely. Number 4. With a maximum depth of about 24,390 feet or 7,434 meters, and temperatures between 25 and 50 degrees Fahrenheit or -2 and -10 degrees Celsius, the Southern Ocean is known for its harsh weather conditions. In February of 2021, a naval patrol boat was out on a training exercise in the Southern Ocean when things nearly took a deadly turn. What was supposed to be a routine mission quickly turned into chaos as the small dinghy was no match for the power of the sea.
Delete the pornos, bro.
According to the cameraman, entering such a rough and dangerous sea was ultimately the wrong decision. Had the crew needed rescuing, it would have been extremely difficult to get men into the water to help. Luckily, the entire crew was able to hold strong and made it back to land safely. Number 3. Typically, when you think of ships, you'd imagine the larger they are, the better they would fare under extreme conditions, right? Well, if so, you'd be correct. But that doesn't mean they still can't take a hefty beating. Back on August 16th of 2021, a massive oil tanker was traveling through the North Sea when a storm formed. There was nothing they could do besides wait and hope for the best. On August 16th, 2021, a tanker had to sail through a massive storm in ballast conditions with a speed of 70 to 80 knots. The scene shows the tanker bobbing among the fearsome waves of this mythical sea that has claimed the lives of thousands of sailors. The storm they were facing rated as a 12 on the Beaufort scale, the highest possible ranking. At this point, winds are of hurricane force, and in this instance were reported to be between 70 and 80 knots. As you might expect, nobody was injured, but man, those waves sure are enough to make even the strongest seaman a little woozy. Number 2. Seeing monster waves from outside a ship is one thing, and I'll admit, it's probably the best part. But sometimes, seeing what goes on inside can be just as exciting. Around March 3rd of 2020, passengers on board the Epsilon Irish ferry found themselves caught in the middle of a powerful storm. A man in the cafe took this opportunity to start filming, showing us what it's like to be on a cruise in one of these fierce storms. The video was shot somewhere between France and Ireland, and thankfully, the man in the chair who went flying was okay. Videos like these really make you wonder how much cargo gets destroyed every time they encounter some big waves. Aftermath footage shows the damage done to vehicles and trucks on board the ferry. I've got to admit, the level of destruction on some of them is astounding. After seeing this video, I think I'm all set on sailing for a while. Number 1. The Bay of Biscay is a body of water in the northeastern Atlantic Ocean just south of the Celtic Sea. During the winter, a slew of conditions come together to form some powerful storms, and it's in one of these storms when this next video was shot, when it ran into some bad weather. Little did they know at the time, but that bad weather was actually a Force 12 storm. This sea is notorious for shipwrecks over the years, so it's good that the crew in this video didn't suffer a similar fate. While everything was flooded, everyone on board was able to make to their port safely. Well, that's all we have for today. If you have a clip you want to see featured on the channel, you can send in your submissions to the link down below, or go to submit.monthlyfails.tv. Otherwise, click the link on screen now to see more videos just like this. And with that, we will catch you in the next one.